the debate over the fastest white athlete in history just took a massive turn. Everyone was watching Chorzów for Jakob Ingebrigtsen's comeback, but Ethan Strand surged past the favorites, as the 23-year-old unleashed a massive sprint to beat the Olympic champion. Let's go back to the start line, because this race was never supposed to be his. The meet was the Kamila Skolimowska Memorial, held at the Silesian Stadium in Chorzów, Poland, on Sunday, August 23rd. It draws one of the loudest crowds on the Diamond League calendar, and the men's 1500 meters was built around a single storyline. Jakob Ingebrigtsen was running his first 1500 of the whole year. Cole Hocker, the Olympic champion from Paris, was standing a few lanes away from him. These two had not raced each other over this distance in nearly 2 years, and every preview, every broadcast graphic, and every promotional clip pointed straight at that matchup. Ethan Strand was in the field as well. Serious track fans knew exactly who he was. But his name was not on the poster, and the cameras were not following him through the warm-up laps. The race went out quickly behind the pacemaker, the way most Diamond League 1500s do. Hocker did what Hocker almost always does, and pushed himself toward the front early. Ingebrigtsen took his time. At the 800-meter mark, the Norwegian was buried back in 10th place, and Strand was even further back in 11th. Boxed inside a moving wall of bodies with 500 meters remaining, Ingebrigtsen finally went, closed the gap in a handful of strides, and took the lead the same way he used to take it in his prime. For about 300 meters, that comeback story looked like it was going to write itself. Fanuel Koech, the 19-year-old Kenyan, went past Ingebrigtsen just before the final bend. Samuel Pihlstrom of Sweden went past him too, and out in the second lane, running the widest and most expensive path on the track, Ethan Strand was carrying more speed than anybody else on the oval. Hocker tried to go with him. The two of them were stride for stride down the back straight, but Hocker was pinned against the inside rail with runners stacked on his shoulder. Isaac Nader shut the door and forced him back inside. Strand had open road in front of him. Hocker had nowhere to put his feet. From there, it was over. Strand covered his last 800 meters in 1 minute 50.4. His final lap took 54.3 seconds. His last 200 meters took 26.4. He crossed the line in 3 minutes, 30.77 seconds. Koech held on for second in 3:31.14. Hocker took third in 3:31.16. Ingebrigtsen finished fourth in 3:31.19, 0.03 of a second behind the Olympic champion and 0.42 behind the American that nobody had come to see. What makes the performance even better is how honest Strand was about it afterwards. He said he ran it the hard way. He spent most of the race out in the outer lanes, covering extra distance and burning energy he did not need to burn, and he blamed that on not having enough professional racing experience yet. He also admitted something you rarely hear a miler say into a microphone, which is that he feels comfortable sitting at the very back of a race. Then he described the exact moment that decided everything. He found himself sitting right behind Ingebrigtsen. And the second he saw the Norwegian start to move, he knew it was his time to go. Ethan Strand is 23 years old, born in October of 2002, and he grew up in Vestavia Hills, just outside Birmingham. His father Scott competed at Auburn, and later coached the men's track program at UAB. His mother Lori coached cross-country at Samford. He ran for the University of North Carolina, and in the winter of 2025, he did something no college athlete had ever managed. At the Boston University Terrier Classic in February, he ran the indoor mile in 3 minutes 48.32 seconds. He became the first collegiate runner in history to break 350, and he took more than 2 full seconds off the record Cooper Teare had set back in 2021. 2 months before that, he had already smashed the collegiate indoor 3,000-meter record with 7:30.15. That March, he won the NCAA Indoor 3,000 title. Then he signed a professional contract with Nike and started training under coach Mike Smith. His first summer as a professional was loud too. At the 2025 National Championships, he ran 3:30.25 for second place, a time that still stands as his personal best. That result was later upgraded to the national title after the original winner was stripped for a doping violation. If you enjoy breakdowns like this one, subscribe. Now let's talk about how strange his year had been before Sunday afternoon, because 2026 did not begin smoothly for him at all. His first professional winter was rough, and the excitement around his name cooled off quickly, where he ran the mile in 3 minutes, 46.97 seconds for third place behind Cameron Myers and Jared Nugas. He then ran a 3:49 mile in London. He and his coach decided to skip the American Championships completely and keep racing in Europe instead. Strand has now beaten Cole Hocker in 3 consecutive races at 1,500 meters or the mile. The 2025 National Championships, the Prefontaine Classic in July, and now Silesia. Hocker is the reigning Olympic champion and a world champion, and he has still never won a Diamond League meeting in his entire career. Now for the fair part of this story. Nobody should read Sunday as the end of Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He had Achilles surgery in February and spent most of the year rebuilding his body from scratch. He did not race at all until the 10th of August, when he won his 4th straight European 5,000-meter title in Birmingham. He told reporters in Chorzów that he had been doing 5,000 specific training for that championship, and that he had only been preparing for the 1,500 for roughly 10 days. He still closed his final 100 meters in 13.3 seconds, which tells you the raw speed has not gone anywhere. What is missing is the specific 1,500 sharpness that used to let him tear a field apart over the last lap. Zoom out from that finish line in Chorzów, and the picture gets much bigger. Jared Nugas won twice. Cooper Lutkenhaus won twice. Grant Fisher took the 5,000 in Paris. Brandon Miller won the 800 in London. And now Strand has added Silesia, where the men's 1,500 runs as a straight final with no heats and no second chances. That field already holds Cole Hocker, world champion Isaac Nader, mile world record holder Josh Kerr, and Ingebrigtsen himself. Ethan Strand just collected the most valuable result of his life at exactly the right moment. He is 23 years old. His personal best sits at 3:30.25. So tell me in the comments, does he win a global title before he turns 26? And if you want the full breakdown when Budapest arrives, hit subscribe so you do not miss it.